Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to our December Tech Talk, which is super exciting. It is the 12 Days of Christmas Tech. I am Jamie Trujillo, and I will be moderating the webinar. Our presenter is Terry Gustafson. Before we get started, please make sure to put your name and your program name into the chat so that you can get credit for participating in the webinar. If you have any issues with the chat box, please feel free to email me at jamie@nmdelt.org and I can give you credit that way. And with that, I will turn it over to Terry.
Ho, ho, ho. This is our last Tech Talk for the year, and we are talking about the 12 Days of Christmas Tech. This is presented, of course, by Terry, me, and moderated by Jamie. On the first day of Christmas, the DELT team shared with me a link to EdReady. So how do we get a link to EdReady, and who does this, who's authorized to use EdReady? Here, you can request an account if you'd like to write down this link here. It's at our www.nmdeltsite.org. And if you click on that link, you will get this page here that says, click here to request an instructor account. Do remember, it's free to only all New Mexico adult education teachers and students for now. So it's a wonderful resource to have. It's aligned to NRS levels. It will help your students get college ready. On the second day of Christmas, the DELT team shared with me 2 Tech Talks monthly and a link to EdReady. Most of you are probably familiar with our Tech Talks. We have 2. One is for the ELA and one is for the Wednesday Tech Talk of the month. This can also be reached. You can watch recorded Tech Talks on www.nmdelt.org. So if you were to go into the page, it would have the recorded ones archived that you could pick on and watch at your leisure. So I bet you're curious. What was the third day of Christmas? The DELT team shared with me 3 docs of sharing, 2 Tech Talks monthly, and a link to EdReady. So why would we even want to share a Google Doc? Well, these are 3 of the main reasons we'd want to share a Google Doc. Number 1, docs can be shared with students, coworkers, and the public, and they can be shared anywhere. It gives a great view. It has all kinds of editing rights and permission rights, and you can insert comments so you can give immediate feedback. And they're a great way to collaborate, share work, and provide feedback. Oh, what time is it? I think it's time to cash in and ask ourselves, what would cash do? What would Cash do with docs?
Hi everybody, Cash Clifton here from the NMDELT team to show you one of my favorite tech tools, and I'm going to show you how to do a math lesson using Google Docs. So I'm here in Google Docs, and I want to create a document. Go ahead and title this document Demonstration. Down here, I'm going to show students how to use fraction bars while also teaching them how to use Google Docs. So imagine I'm doing this on a projector in front of my classroom. Up here and make my font nice and big so students can see. And I'm going to ask a student to represent 1/3 with fraction bars. So many of you may be familiar with fraction bars. You can actually create these by inserting a table. So I go up here to insert, click on that, and insert a table. Since I'm doing thirds, I'm going to do a 3/1 fraction bar. So I'm going to have students label this as +1/3, +1/3, and +1/3. To represent a third, I'm going to have a student go in and shade those in. So I just come up here, look for my little fill button there. So it says background color, click on that, and I'll do that in a nice green. So right there, a student represented a third. So use this for all kinds of interesting things. Maybe I want to use it to teach students fraction addition. So I can do 1/3 plus a third, for example. So what does that equal? I have students come down here, insert a table. There again, we have +1/3, +1/3, +1/3. So I would teach them, okay, so we have 1/3. I'm going to go ahead and highlight that. So there's our first third. Plus another third. So coming here and highlight that. There's another third, and so I can show students that this would be third. So kind of a cool activity to get students started there. Lots of things you could do with that. I might ask a student, how can you express 1/2 in terms of fourths? So I come down here, I'm going to insert, so I want to show 1/2, so there's a 2 by 1. So there's positive 1/2, positive 1/2. I'm coming down here, insert another table. This time I'm going to do fourths. So there's positive 1/4, positive 1/4, positive 1/4, positive 1/4. Fix typing on that. And then I would ask the students, okay, so if this is a 1/2, so I come in here and I fill this in, how could I express that in terms of fourths? And I'm not just going to tell students this, but hopefully they can see right there that the 2/4 here are the same size as the 1/2 up there. And I would just then teach my lesson as such. So I hope this has been helpful to you. So again, this was Google Docs, one of my favorite.
Well, how fantastic is that? Thank you, Cash, for that. We can put that in a stocking and stuff it in there. So let's look next. On the 4th day of Christmas, the DELT team shared with me 4 presentations, 3 Dr. Sharing, 2 Tech Talks Monthly, and a link to Ed Ready. Okay, so here are 4 different exciting types of presentations that you should be using. One is called a Prezi. It's not a boring PowerPoint. The Prezi is something that you can zoom into, especially with content. And here is an example of what a Prezi looks like. So you're able to zoom into any of these steps here, or you can play here and it will do it in order for you. So this was a previous activity I created. Each of these you can zoom into. So it's very good as far as focusing on certain content and things. And we can go in and out. Some say this might make you dizzy. I haven't had that problem yet, but you can put links in just like you would a PowerPoint and things like that. So going back to our other presentation types, has anybody tried a Powtoons? These are great. You can make yourself a little animated character and play it. And so the sound's a little bit off on that one, but that's how you make yourself into a cartoon character. And how fun is that? Most of you probably know about PowerPoint, but did you know that you can import your PowerPoints into Google Slides? Google Slides, it's really easy to work. They have templates that are built in. If you look up here, I'm now live in the slides, and you can see a template gallery where somebody has done the work for you, basically. So for education, we have lesson plans, book reports, field trips, flashcards. You just need to type the text in, and some for your personal use, and then some for work. And the great thing about this is you can access it anywhere you go. And on to our next. On the 5th day of Christmas, the DELT team shared with me 5 Google Forms, 4 presentations, 3 Dr. Sharing, 2 Tech Talks Monthly, and a link to Ed Ready. So let's see those 5 Google Forms. Oh, we have many Google Forms here. If you are part of the G Suite, what you want to do is to go to Google Forms, and we'll show you how to create simple and easy forms to assess your students with or to get immediate feedback. In the forms, they have a template gallery here. You just click on the little arrow, and it'll give you some pre-made ones that you just need to fill your text in with. So for education, it's a great idea to have exit tickets to self-assess your students and see if they really got what you were talking about. Some personal ones, event registration, and then some that are pre-made for work. And going on to the next, I believe it's the 6th day of Tech Christmas. 6 Walls of Padlet, 5 Google Forms, 4 presentations, 3 Docs of Sharing, 2 Tech Talks Monthly, and a link to Ed Ready. Un momento, Montserrat. Thank you, Montserrat, for supplying this little video about your favorite tech tool.
Hello, everybody, this is Monster from NMDELT, and I want to show you really quick in this short video my favorite tech tool, and this is Padlet. Padlet is so fun, and I've been using it for the last 2 years for different occasions and situations. What I like about it is that it's really easy to use and promotes collaboration in the classroom. So for instance, if you want to share this with the students, you don't need to put their names, and they keep talk and comment and talk about topics, different topics that they feel good, or even topics that are hard to talk. So that's really a plus for me. And to do some activities, some feedback activities, and connection activities. So for example, some of the things that you could do here is upload a picture, share links, take a picture, and more. So I really recommend you to use Padlet. Padlet is a really fun tool to use. And if you have any questions about it, I think Terry is going to help you. Or you can go to nmdelt.org and we can teach you how to use it. Have a wonderful day. Bye.
And that was Un Momento Maserat. I'm excited to see what's coming up next. And I believe we're on the 7th. On the 7th day of Christmas, the Dell team shared with me 7 Chrome extensions, 6 walls of Padlet, 5 Google Forms, 4 presentations, 3 docs of sharing, 2 Tech Talks Monthly, and a link to EdReady. The Google Chrome Web Store. I've gotten crazy about these extensions now that they have the Google Chrome Web Store. They make things a lot easier. My favorites are here. So here you'll see something called Share to Classroom that lets you share whatever you're looking at, a website or a page, immediately into your classroom. Google Keep Chrome extension is like having a pocket in your website here, or having a pocket in your drive for when you see things you want to keep. Read and Write for Google Chrome is free if you're a teacher. This is especially helpful for ELA students. It has a translator, it has a pronunciator. You can focus on certain text. Video ad blocker for YouTube. Any of you who've worked with Google Sites or Google Screens know it only usually accepts videos from YouTube. This way you'll get the video without all the ads and without having to wait in order to start your video. Google Translate is helpful for any kind of language. You can just highlight the area, choose the language you want to translate it into, and bing, bang, boom, you're done. Screencastify is my favorite Screencastify recorder. I make many lessons with this. I send them videos almost easier to send because they can slow it down, they can stop it, and they can rewind it where they can't slow me down. And Ziteboard is an interactive whiteboard that you can use with your students. It's great for on-the-spot kind of math. So I believe we're moving on to our 8th day of Christmas. On the 8th day of Christmas, my true Lord shared with me 8 screens are casting, 7 from extension, 6 walls of Padlet, 5
Google Forms, 4 presentations, 3 docs of sharing, 2 Tech Talks Monthly, and a link to EdReady.
We're Carolyn. Oh, wait till I show you this. You're going to love this. I was just talking about Screencastify for quick videos. It's really simple to use. You just need to put a power button on. But now I have learned, as I do it every time I do a tech talk, that they have an add-on. So how do we use the add-on? Let me get out of presentation mode, and you'll see up here in the menu, add-ons. Click on your add-ons, and if you don't see it, what you're going to do is get add-ons. It's called Screencastify for Slides. And if you click on this, it gives you a view of all of your Screencastifies as long as they're in the folder that it creates itself, that you can choose from to insert right into your slides. So we have this. Let's insert this again. This was Cash's soon to becoming Jeopardy video. So it inserts it right in there. There's no links to deal with. You just plop it in there and you're done. So it's very, very cool. I give that 5 stars. So let's get back to present mode. And move on to, I believe, is going to be the 8th? 9th. On the 9th day of Christmas.
The Delton shared with me
9 mobile apps, 8 screens of casting, 7 Chrome extensions, 6 walls of Padlet, 5 Google Forms, 4 presentations, 3 docs of sharing, 2 Tech Talks monthly, link to it ready.
I think that we should just let Susan sing because she sounds like an opera person. We'll let you do it next time. And so here we have our different extent, or actually we're talking about mobile apps now. So most students now try to get on their smartphones. They have access to it more so than maybe a computer at home. So what mobile apps are good for those students? Khan Academy, of course, is one of my favorite apps. This will teach you math, and they're constantly adding new and more exciting things. Quizlet is great for creating flashcards and study tools. Say you need some vocabulary study or some HiSET study, math terms, things like that. Use Quizlet, and you can do it while you're waiting at the bus stop. Duolingo. Learn Spanish, French, and so many different other languages with this easy to use and easy to operate app on your mobile phone. I'm not sure about anybody else, but sometimes I forget my multiplication tables. If you have students that need a little refreshing, have them download this mobile app called Math Flashcards. And we all love the inspirational TED Talks. Have your students load some of these TED Talks and give them inspiration. YouTube, watch, listen, stream. Now, I'm not saying all the YouTube videos are going to be good for education, but if you teach them how to filter and what to look for, then this can be a very educational thing. They have a YouTube for everything, don't they say? And Hangouts. Where would we be without Hangouts? Right now, I'm hanging out with you. It's an easy way to chat and also send pics of struggling problems and things like that. U.S. citizenship. Practice the U.S. citizenship. This is good for anybody who even wants to learn a little bit more about social studies. It's amazing how many questions and how difficult the questions are. They should require this from everybody who's already a U.S. citizen. And Remind. Remind is like an app that will remind you of different things. You can link it to your calendar. It will tell you when you have different events coming up and things like that. Excuse my voice. I'm a little bit groggy. Okay, on the 10th day of Christmas, Delton
shared with me
hand it to Susan.
10 Wi-Fi hotspots, 9 mobile apps, 8 screens of casting, 7 Chrome extensions, 6 walls of Padlet, 5 Google Forms, 4 presentations, 3 docs of sharing, 2 Tech Talks monthly, and a link to Ed Ready.
I just want to drop the mic on that one. Go, Susan.
Oh, I officially stopped singing for a reason. That was amazing.
So let's move on. Okay, so Wi-Fi spots. I thought it'd be best, since we can't give everybody a Wi-Fi spot, to direct them to an organization called Everyone's On. It's a national nonprofit organization that works to eliminate the digital divide through partnerships with the technology industry, content creators, libraries, and other organizations. They also offer low-cost devices like laptops and things like that. You just go onto the site, www.everyoneon.org, and enter your zip code, and you can see what resources are available in your area. And we are on the 11th day.
On the 11th day of Christmas, the Delt team shared with me 11 Jeopardy templates, 10 Wi-Fi hotspots, 9 mobile apps, 8 screens of casting, 7 Chrome extensions, 6 walls of Padlet, 5 Google Forms.
4 presentations,
3 docs is sharing,
2 Tech Talks monthly,
and a link to Ed Ready.
Woo! And this is courtesy of Cash. Let's play it. Love this one.
Hello, once again, everyone. Cash Clifton here to show you some of my favorite tech tools. I want to show you about a Jeopardy review template that I showed you a couple of months ago that was improved by Drina out at Clovis Community College. So Drina, I really appreciate you sharing this for everybody. So to access this template, go to www.tinyurl.com/Clifton12-10. That will take you here to this wonderful template that Drina created. So we have the original template that I showed you, and she made this better because now she put little timed videos in. So if I come here and I present on the board, let's say I go to real numbers for 200. Once I click that, notice down here in the bottom, now there's a 30-second timer clicking away. You can make it more than 30 seconds. That is customizable here within. So I'm going to go ahead and exit. So if you want to use this, again, just tinyurl.com/Clifton12-10. Go to File, make a copy. So this is a view-only version. You can't actually edit this until you make a copy. This copy is automatically going to save to your Google Drive. So I'm going to call this just Jeopardy Review 12-10-18. Okay. And now I have a nice customizable version of the review that I can use with my students. Thank you for your...
And thank you, Cash. Let me get this out of full screen mode here. Also, I want to give credit out there for Drina Khan for introducing this and updating it too. That's something I'm going to put in my stocking for Christmas. And we're on the last one, the 12th day.
On the 12th day of Christmas, the DELT team shared with me 12 Kahoots a playing,
11 Jeopardy templates,
10 Wi-Fi hotspots,
9 mobile apps,
8 screens a casting,
7 Chrome extensions,
6 walls of Padlet, 5 Google Forms,
4 presentations,
3 docs is sharing,
2 Tech Talks monthly,
and a link to Ed Ready.
I think we're going to go viral. And thanks to Faith, we have a little bit about Kahoots here.
Hi everyone, welcome. My name is Jane Faith Showerman, and I work for NMDELT and University of New Mexico Taos branch. And I am sharing with you my favorite tech tool for the classroom is Kahoot. So real quickly, Kahoot is a gaming app, and you can be used as formative assessments, possibly even summative assessments, and I'll show you how you can do that. So I just want to quickly show you, since I don't want to spend a lot of time on this, I just want to give you an overview because I love it. You go to create.kahoot.it. So create.kahoot.it up here. And you can make your own, of course, but what I was going to show you today is when you go to the Discover page, it gives you a search bar. And you can search for any topic. There's pre-existing Kahoots already made. So I teach an intermediate algebra class, so I'm going to look at laws of exponents for my students today. And when you do that, you can put any topic you want and see what shows up. The one thing I'm going to recommend about this app is if you do try to use it with your students, that you do pick one and try it first, because they are made by other people and you want to verify that the answers are correct. So I have had a couple that I've used where we had some glitches. And the students get very competitive with this gaming app, so if there's a mistake, they will let you know. So real quick, you have an option to save the link when you find one that you like, and you can play. This will be projected onto the screen, like a smartboard screen or a big computer for everybody to see. And you can choose classic or team mode. I just use classic. And then what a student will do is use their smartphone or their computer in your classroom to go ahead and log in just to Kahoot.it. They don't even have to log in. It just comes up like this for game code. So the game code for here is 79277. 79277. Enter. And it asks the student for a nickname. So I'm going to put in a nickname. I always remind my students to keep it clean, but as a teacher, you do have a an ability to veto it if they do something inappropriate or offensive to anybody in the classroom. And then you're ready to go. Once this number on the left shows you that all the students in your class have registered, you can go ahead and start the game. And it asks, you can do as many questions as you want. I actually don't know if there's a question limit, but I've done up to 30. And you can make sure that you have this projected on a smartboard because that's what they see. But on the phone, all the students see is the answer choices. So they get to pick the shape that matches the answer choice that they have. And I want to show that it actually shows you who did it, but there's no names. So it's low stakes, no names, anonymous questions. And you can go through and see the scoreboard, the leaderboard of who's in charge, who's in the lead. Faster they answer, but more points they get. And then it goes on to the next question. So when you're finished, it will give you the option to get results. So when the game is over, you can save the results or show the feedback of the ratings. They do a little quiz at the end. So one of the things I wanted to show you, I don't want to spend, again, too much time because lots of tech tools you're going to see, but this is the results that I downloaded from the previous game. And the one thing I want to show you, it has an overview, and then it has the final scores for each student, and it has a question summary. So you can, this is what I was mentioning, you can use it as a formative assessment or summative assessment because it shows who missed which questions. So that's really just some of the highlights of it. You definitely can make your own Kahoots, which I've done for any subject, uploaded pictures and colors and all kinds of fun things. Students love it. I love it. It's engaging and it's a great assessment tool. So thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed the other tools we're going to explore today, and I wish you all well.
And thank you, Faith. I have to say, I love Kahoot too. So we're going to give you one more round of our 12 days of Christmas tech. And here we go.
On the 12th day of Christmas, the Bell team shared with me 12 Kahoots a-playing, 11 Jeopardy templates, 10 Wi-Fi hotspots, 9 mobile apps, 8 screens a-casting, 7 Chrome extensions, 6 walls of Padlet, 5 Google Forms,
4 presentations, 3 docs a sharing, 2 tech talks monthly,
and
a link to it ready.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. We hope that you all have a wonderful Christmas and happy holidays from all of us at the DELT team. And keep sending those requests. NMDELT.org, www.nmdelt.org.
Thank you all so much.